How you doing? Wait, did I stop mid-trial last time? I don't remember. That's Sport's reaction to what was her name? Wendy? Edgy boy. You should be more happy to see me. I don't know if they wanted to see you. Wicked Witch of the Witness. They're so funny. Please witness that terrible crime is all this court needs to know. I can't. I remember last time I laughed a lot because of this psych lock. So funny. Hello, Emma. Estoy bien, gracias. ¿Cómo estás? Please, by all means, interrupt her. Why does the judge just agree with everything? Hello, Arctic. How are you doing? Youth are hot-headed nowadays. Not that I mind at all, Edgy. The witness was in security detail at the hotel. Oh yeah. What? Being able to see my theory, Juan. Hello, Aries. How are you doing? You're a fan of the big team. I wouldn't say anything so silly. After all, I have no interest in a little child like him. Real man. Those two are the same age? ¿Pusiste flores amarillas? Gracias. Me encantan los girasoles. ¿Sí? ¿Qué pasó, Aries? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? Those two are the same age. As I was saying, I was facing in front of his room that night. It's kind of creepy. I guess she was security, so maybe it's not creepy. I fell in love with a fictional character? Who is this character? I wanna know. Please tell the court what you witnessed the night of the murder. Echipu! Yuna from Wu, I love her design! I love her design, she's so pretty. And I really wanted to get her. I wanted to get both Augusta and but I lost 50-50. I have nothing left. I really want I don't know. I might spend real money later. I'll try to get as many asteroids as I can before the banner ends. But I've lost every 50-50 so far. Like, the last 4 50-50s I lost. I don't know how. Why? I went to face around in the hallway in front of his room. There was something I was interested in finding out, I made sure to keep a good eye out the whole time. That's when someone showed up. It was a man coming out of poor Juan's room. It was Matt Engard. He was trying to sneak his way. Maybe they are actually friends. Something like that. It's a murder. You should play... in the main story, I'm really behind. And I had to skip some events because they were locked behind main events. Main stories. I'm at like at the beginning of Rinasita. And in the part where you are with Cantarella and Cartetia. But at least Starville does not lock events behind like main story. Like they usually give you the option to like skip, but Wuthering Waves does not, or at least for some events. And then there was this event that ended yesterday, or like this morning, this early morning, I guess, like right before reset. But I wasn't able to do it. Well, I really like Yuno's design. So pretty. A lot of my friends also play Wuthering Waves, and they were all just making a joke about how important Yuno's feet are for the plot. Very important for the whole story. They show her feet so much. I went to pace around in the hallway in front of his room. What's your idea? I'm gonna see which one is the one they suggested the most. I believe a lot of them suggested Doki Doki Literature Club, but I also think a lot of them suggested Nier Automata. So I might play Nier. I'm not sure. I'll check it once again after the stream, but the last time I checked, I think that was the one that had like the most suggestions to play. Are you sure about that? Yes, see. Really? I'm not impressed. When I said I saw someone, I saw that person. Why did I get a sense of deja vu? Deja vu? The first one's close. Oh, because this whole thing is kind of similar to the case with Powell? What was his name? To tell the court about the man's clothes in more detail. That gaudy thing, he's always wearing that racing jacket. I was wearing that at the detention center too. So, Mr. Wright, was this testimony just not important or relevant in any way? Oh, power! Then perhaps you would like to point out what part of that testimony was important. I request what the witness said about the jacket be appended to her testimony. I don't get why is that important? What do I have in my... Jamming ninjas? This one, right? Miss Old Bag. Do you know what this is? It's button number. How does she know it's the second button? I'll punish you with this. Ah, she's so funny. I cannot. This button was discovered on Mr. Engard's body during a full body search. It was caught up in the pleats of his Nika Samurai Hakama pants. See, and Engard is the Nika Samurai. Witness, now it may just be me and I do have an active imagination, but just now didn't you say that the defendant Madengard was wearing his usual racing jacket? I'm so sorry. Sorry that you judge people based on what they wear. Why is she so funny? This is my favorite animation of hers when she does it. Hola Agustín, ¿cómo estás? Was that Mr. Engard the man? So someone was dressed as the Nika samurai. But who? This is a very important point we're talking about. Right. Don't you remember the case? Maybe something worth considering. Let's see. Engard. Yes, now I remember the Nika samurai. It would have been convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder. So he must have worn that Nika samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan. Was he? What will he wear? Something he's gonna have to present himself like wearing later. Might get like blood on the costume, right? There could have been someone else inside the costume. It could have been anyone. Right, because we don't see their face. Because I said so. How do you know that? Because I said so. Am I cross-examined? It was the Nico samurai. When you were itty bitty, what was your grand dream? What did Phoenix dream of becoming? Whippersnapper. Wanted to be Judge Wagner, the hero of the. He wanted to become a judge. And now is everything. I can't be held responsible for. What do you do when you have a witness like this? When did court become theatrics over testimony is right? All that matters is that man was inside that costume. Well, how do you prove that man was that man inside the costume? Did you put her in contempt? What happens then? Present the knife. Oh, it cannot be. It cannot be him. The costuming includes like gloves or something, right? Is that it? Do you know why this piece of evidence is important to this case? Is that what you're driving at? That is exactly what I'm driving at. What are we driving at? Oh, whose car are we driving? The judge is just there to have a fun time. If Mr. Engard was really in the Nika samurai costume at the time of the murder, then it's impossible for his fingerprints to have been left right. I believe his costume has like a metallic arm or something, right? Or not? Is that not the argument? I don't remember what his costume looks like. Yeah, he wears gloves. Oh, objection! Objection! Right. There's no need to intentionally leave fingerprints behind. The defendant went to the victim's room while in costume as the Nika samurai. At that time, the defendant had no intent to murder. Okay. Makes sense until there. Which is why he took his gloves off. Alright, it can be uncomfortable having gloves on. was well known that there was bad blood. Okay. What do you have to say about Mr. Edgeworth's theory? Are there any problems with his theory? There is a contradiction. Because he must have had the knife in his hand. So it couldn't have been... Like, it had to be something planned, right? I think it's possible for the killer to have gone to the victim's room without intent. Right. This knife was used by Mr. Engard at dinner. If my client was in fact the killer, then he brought this knife with him when he went to visit Mr. Corrida. Right. However, you just said it yourself. At that time, the defendant held no intent to murder. Oh my god. I need to sneeze. Oh, I need to... Okay, I don't need to sneeze anymore. Maybe I need to sneeze. I really wanted to sneeze. Now I said I want to sneeze and I cannot sneeze. So sad. If that were true, then why will he bring a knife? He wouldn't, would it? He has a point. Unless they wanted to, like, cut a cake. Pero su señoría, la pregunta aquí es ¿por qué en su lista de juegos se les tiene la colección completa del Furry Love más furries que nunca? ¿Cómo? Yo no sé qué es el Furry Love. Me están acusando de algo que no hice. You don't get the feeling of satisfaction when you can... Right? Like, if you sneeze a lot, it can be like it can tire you out and like make your eyes puffy. But if you don't sneeze at all, then yeah, it's kind of frustrating in a way. Maybe I'll sneeze later. I was sneezing when I was walking my dogs. Well, at least when I was walking one of them, I sneezed quite a bit. I kind of want this what's her name? Oldback? I don't remember her last name. I want the toy gun she has. It looks very fun. And I want it to make the same noise. As the murderer was wearing the costume at the time of the murder, then there should be glove marks left on the knife. Alright. And that brings me to my final point. The knife was planted by the real killer to hide their identity and mislead us. Okay. Maybe they just grabbed the knife he used for dinner, so it has the fingerprints, and then carefully moved it with gloves on? We're in the court. Platino y Furry Love es Top Global. ¿Cómo? No sé nada de eso. Hay más de un juego. Why would the murderer do such a thing? Oh, to frame him. To frame... Objection! 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 Yeah, I have to object your objection. Well, we established that the witness saw the Nickel Samurai in costume. And if that were true, then there shouldn't be a single fingerprint on this knife. Dime que ya viste el nuevo trailer de... ¿Cómo? ¿El trailer de qué cosa? Who's Adrian Andrews? Oh, the lady. The manager. Looks like I have made your life a tiny bit more difficult, huh, Echipu? Did you not really see the Nickel Samurai? Well, I guess at first I might have forgotten, but... I was waiting around in front of their doors because, well, I wasn't waiting around for the Nickel Samurai, that's for sure. She wasn't waiting for the Nickel Samurai. Ha ha ha. The way you think you're a sad amateur with a terrible case of nearsightedness. Well, I forgot she was here. No sé, Cele, tú deberías saberlo. Cele, hasta gachas creo que tiene. Siempre tengo gachas. ¿Qué? No está en este caso. Von Karma. Ananta es un Genshin Impact, pero con un mundo abierto como GTA 5 y te puedes... Ah, es el nombre de un juego. No lo he visto. Maybe the old bag was waiting around for that person. Profiles. Take that! It seems that this is the latest rumor in circulation. I see. And this manager with the initials AA, are you saying it's Adrian Andrews? Without a doubt, the witness thought so as well. I can throw away this whole sworn to confidentiality stuff then. A very bad feeling. I got some information. Some very secret information. Just for myself for certain reasons and all that. What? I really don't want to do this, however, I cannot simply let this point slide. Secret information. Ya no hay silencio ni karma que he hecho para merecer. Tal vez desaparezca en otro caso luego. Oh, I should save here. Alright, let's save. It's not like we're 10 years old. Okay. Secret information. Solo quería avisarte porque se ve increíble. Ahora me voy que me persiguen perros zombies en el... perros zombies. Ok, cuídate. Chao, gracias por venir. Y avisarme, voy a buscar el juego. Olva, lo siento, no hay más opciones. Era ella o el juez. ¿Por qué no los dos abogados? También, bueno, no, la otra chica es una niña. The Guard is one evil man. He thought he could ruin poor Juan by causing a huge scandal. So to do that, he sent his own manager to get in close with Juan. Nobody else but you and me know yet, okay? Okay. What? The defendant sent his manager. What a distasteful topic for this court. The truth is never pleasant, I guess. We have looked into this matter and found that the truth the article proposes is in fact baseless gossip. The defendant did bear ill will towards the victim. The old bag seems rather excited right now. You've gotta burn old bags. What do you mean? Time to fire up the afterburners and hit the highway to the dangers. What do you mean? What? No, los abogados no. Tengo mis límites. Las personas viejitas sí, pero los abogados no. Where's all back in his stand? Who gave her the information? I'm a busy woman. Tea time with the kids. There's no tea. What do you mean tea time? How did you come and get this information? Cause I'm a pro. At what? If any visuals are holding to my brain, you'll never find out. How where did that old bag get such a secret piece of information? Are you looking at me like that stuff? Witness, I have to say it, but this is how you came to acquire it. Oh, with this camera. I was gonna be with the radio. What? How come with the camera? Ya anda de Silent Hill F. ¿Cuándo empiezas? Dice que no. Le dije a Emma que iba a verificar, ver, revisar, chequear. ¿Checar? Ver, observar el trailer, teaser del juego. No lo sé, es que aún no lo he visto. Dije que tal vez en un futuro lo podría considerar, pero no prometo nada. Estoy bien, ¿cómo estás, Tecne? Dora Hart, where did she go? She reported that she had lost a certain note she had written to herself. On that piece of paper, she had written down some of her outrageous impressions. Outrageous ideas. No, I said impressions. He was about to say outrageous. And everything written on this piece of paper is completely... Well, it might be the truth. It might be just gossip, right? This is something completely different. This is my top secret list of groceries to buy. Why does she have a secret list of groceries? What is she buying? You're the one who took Miss Hart's note. I'm a huge fan of Once, that's why. She said so herself. And guard, I'm his sidekick. She was so happy, smiling. Why is she making up stories now? I was only checking what she had written. No one is believing her. They're just so silent. That's so strange. As you put, you believe me, don't you? I need another round of ... I was only trying to help out like the angel I am. That's only one little piece of paper. I've never taken anything else before. What? There's some lines straight out I don't get. What was that about vintage wine and cheese? Sí, va a ver, revisar, observar, watchar, mirar el trailer del Silencio y al fin una placa de esperanza. Pero no sé, sería en un futuro no cercano. Estoy cansada. Mucho silencio here. She looks like she's really sorry. Should I forgive her? Oh, is this a part where I have to make the correct decision? I personally would like to forgive her, since she just came across the paper and thought it was like real, but I don't know if that will come back to me later in a bad way. Ooh. Wait, let me save in another slot. The second one. Right. We'll forgive her. Number of enduring quality 0. Okay, it was not a real option. It was it was a fake feeling of decision making. In the end, we're pressing. I saved this piece of paper from the terrible lonely trash can, that's all. This camera. Where did she leave it? Somewhere around. Like, did Loda not notice she didn't have her camera? No vi la damisela de cabello. Bueno, es que esa sí está un poco complicada porque en teoría es una niña como de 6 años o algo así, 8 o 6, no sé. Pero ahora está transformada y parece adulta porque está poseída por otra chica. Ahí te dejé el trailer en tu DM para que lo veas. Aquí, gracias. Nada heart was racing a huge stink over her camera. Oh, that she lost it? Oh, I don't remember that. If you have the note, then it is only logical that you have the camera too. So it feels like you. I fall in love and borrow things from people without their permission. I saw that women's business card and that's when I noticed it says Lineback Celebrity Photographer Extraordinaire. What? Hello, Sheriff Pumpkin, how are you doing? Pero sí parece que lleva pagando impuesto una década. Bueno, es que tienes que verla cuando no está poseída. Es una niña pequeñita. Si ella está poseída y se ve adulta, no quiere decir que nosotros estamos poseídos a la inversa y por eso nos vemos... ¿Qué? Bueno, esto solo aplica a esa familia. Esa familia es famosa por ser mediadores con los espíritus. I have to know what sort of picture she had taken. I'm glad you're doing well. Check this camera's photos. Ooh, check the photos. There's only one photo. Me quedo contigo, chiquis triquis. Alright, they're gonna say something about how the pants are too long, right? It's the same as the previous case. Pants are definitely too long. There's someone shorter. This photo by itself does not prove that the person in it is the defendant. However, in his own confession, Mr. Engard clearly stated that he was still in his Nika summer costume. The defendant? It's the defendant. It cannot be the defendant. Did you see how long the pants were? It's basically dragging the pants around. I think this brings us to the end. Do you agree that this photo is decisive evidence against your client? Right. There's something strange with it. I knew this was coming, right? I think we can all agree there is nothing strange with this photo. Bunker buster. What's a bunker buster? Anyway, please look at the photo one more time. Where the heck did she take this photo from anyway? That's not out of focus. It is... Actually, everything looks clear. I wonder if they couldn't find a way to make it look unclear. A meter? I believe it's here. There's nothing else I see strange. The pants cannot be this long, right? If the pants were supposed to fit like this, he will fall over all the time. Like trip on his own pants. That's not right. I don't think that's right.
Take that!
Oh, there's the sneeze. Oi. Right. His socks, you can see his socks. Someone shorter. Sneeze satisfaction, but I feel like I'm gonna keep sneezing now. It's like open the bottle of sneezes. A lot of them. Yeah, it definitely has to be a lady. Help. Gracias. Thank you, thank you. I wonder how she managed to not trip wearing those pants. Espero haberlo dicho bien como es en inglés stream. Salud sí es health en inglés, pero así no se dice en inglés cuando uno estornuda. It's just letting the trial run itself as if it's only along for the ride. I can only guess that perhaps he doesn't feel under attack at all. I think I'm the only English viewer? Oh, some people came by to say hi. And there's some who speak both English and Spanish. I figured it will come to this. I think you have proven that the person inside this costume is not Madden Guard. In that case, who is this photo of? Well, you should be focused on his Edgeworth's attitude. Is he here to help us, or is he just hiding something else?
Take that!
The only one. If you want to know who that Nickel Samurai is, it is none other than this woman. She's short and she can't really move in and out of Mr. Engard's room, which makes sense. She had dinner with Mr. Engard that night, which means she can take the knife. Why don't you just say what it is you want? Wait, did we tell Edgeworth that Maya's life is in danger? It was Miss Andrews who tried to frame the defendant for the crime. Order! Mr. Edgeworth, this court is issuing a subpoena? How do you pronounce this? I feel like I should know this word, like how it's pronounced. Cannot remember. It's kind of bad for us. If Adrian Andrews is summoned to court as a witness, it means that the trial will go on for another day. Right. Well then, we shall set Miss Andrews' testimony for tomorrow. Objection!
Objection!
Today, we need to finish this today, Mr. Judge. I can't do that, we cannot hear. What? I abhor wasting such valuable time. Your Honor, I request that you please continue with today's trial. I think you underestimate me. Mr. Phoenix Wright will slave his way to some... What? Even if Wright was a bit slow to catch on. What? What? I don't understand what you're saying. What is the meaning of your statement? Miss Adrian Andrews is currently waiting in the prosecution's lobby. She's the next witness. I knew there was no way Edgeworth would overlook Miss Andrews. Looks like this battle is far from over. Wait, does Edgeworth know or does he not know about Maya's situation? Before we proceed, we shall take a 10-minute recess. Okay, take a little break. And I bet we'll have a call from the mysterious kidnapper. During the recess. I can't believe that Adrian. No way, not cool and collected in Adrian Andrews. It will have been very easy for her to pull this off. I was sleeping like a log the entire time. She could have also easily planted that blood-covered button in your hakama. Then, dude, you're saying it really was her? Is she really the real killer? I thought she was buds with Juan. She has her own agenda. I'm sure you'll see by the time this trial's over. Phoenix, you think her motive is related to Celeste impacts, says missing suicide note. Alright, that she wanted to get close to find the note? But that Miss Impact suddenly killed herself. It sounds like she left a suicide note and the person thought to have hidden it is Juan Corrida. And that's why I think that Miss Andrews got close to Miss Corrida, or to get Mr. Corrida. To get the note. But one thing bothers me. Who was it that first told us about their relationship? It was Edgeworth? It looks like he's still the one in command of this ship. Wait, is he tricking us? No sé qué pasa aquí, pero me tiene en tensión. Estás pasando por momentos tensos. Well, now. Miss Adrian Andrews, the person who discovered the crime in Mr. Juan Corrida's room. Yes, yes. Oh! Alright, she had the things from the beginning, the little card. I'm sure everyone in this room is wondering the same thing and would love to find out more about my relationship with the victim after it was the topic of a certain weekly magazine recently. I've never even heard of Gossip Land. What are you talking about, Judge? We haven't said anything yet. If the judge was ever a prosecutor witness, he'd do all my work for me. I was wondering if you could please tell us about your relationship to the victim. So it was a fry and bait matter, or was that bait and fry? What? I didn't kill him. No one is accusing you of that. I think we all understand your relationship with the victim now, Miss Andrews. Okay, let's see what happened. According to her, it was time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. After that, I went to Juan's room, and there was his dead body. I was in shock. What I saw was naturally the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo. I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice. But she didn't drink it? What did she pour herself a glass of juice for? I remembered not to touch things at the scene of a crime, and I disturbed the crime scene by moving this one thing. She's one cool and collected customer, and she has the brains to match. She's the type of woman who is easily thrown off by things inconsistent with her thinking, so you have to attack when she least expects it. The instant you let up on your offense is the instant this trial is over. Okay. Hola, Alan, ¿cómo estás? ¿Todo bien aquí? Oh yeah, I should prison. There was his dead body. You were in shock. Miss Andrews is a very calculating person, and despite how close they were, I doubt she had romantic feelings for Mr. Corrida. How does he know? You can seriously expect that a young beauty like her will not be shocked. Somehow I don't think beauty has anything to do with being shocked or not. He has a point. Let's suppress her on the statement. I felt as though I was about to faint. That's something strange to do. Why would you Like pour yourself a glass of like juice.
Hold it.
Estaba viendo la última Naked Con que conseguí por medios totalmente legales. ¿Qué cosa? ¿Qué es un Naked Con? Yes, there was a bottle of tomato juice on the table, so I helped myself. There were no lip marks left on this wine glass to suggest that anyone drank from it. When you discovered the dead body of a gorilla, you were in great shock, and that's when you poured yourself the glass of juice, right? Oh, cause the cup of juice was very like it was not all over the floor. It was like someone placed it after the murder took place. Wait, the murder took place after. Wait, she poured it after. What was the argument they made about the juice that was strange? Are you rude today? Press further. Okay. I'm convinced that, as you said, you made a mistake at the scene of the crime. What I really want to know is what this mistake was. I accidentally knocked the flower vase over. Okay. Alright. So she broke that one. But when I bumped into it with my elbow, it fell into the guitar case. Por algún motivo su título en español es ¿Y dónde está el policía? Uno de los clásicos casos. No digas, ¿cómo? Looks like yet another fact has come to light here. I have nothing more to add. Said guitar case.
Objection!
There's nothing in there. It's true that the top of the guitar case was wet with water, however, that's exactly what is so strange. Miss Andrews, you testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case, however, the inside is dry. There's one other strange thing. Right, the shards should be inside, not outside.
Objection!
She said that other than the vase, she didn't touch anything else.
Objection!
The guitar case does seem to have no relation to this case, doesn't it? What's so important about a guitar? I'm getting sleepy. I believe anyone would reach for straws like this, but it is you. Everything for Maya. Alright. Testimony about the guitar case. suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over it, but where's the guitar? Oh, on the stage, was it? In the studio. As for I opened the case, I don't know. What? I'll just go ahead and start the cross-examination. Alright, I remember too clearly because I suppose I must have opened the guitar case. Alright.
Objection!
It's elementary, my dear. Because the only fingerprints on this guitar case are those of the victims. So was it already open? What if I were to tell you that I was wearing gloves at the time? That's right, since the witness was wearing gloves at the scene of the crime. So that's strange. Oh! Okay. The wine glass? Oh, because there's the fingerprints. Alright. I believe that guitar case. Hola, Celes, are you winning? Bueno, me están ayudando a pasar el juego, pero me estoy durmiendo. I'm going to mimir. Good night. Good night, Aries. Thanks for coming to the stream. Mia, best wife. Yes. Pero está muerta. I believe the guitar case plays a very important role here. Oh, what was in the guitar case was not the bright red guitar. What? There was something that's not a guitar inside. ¿Qué tienes sueño si hasta ahora empezaste? Ya pasó casi una hora. Tengo mucho sueño. Estaba yo bien como hasta hace 20 minutos atrás y de la nada me dio mucho sueño. Misdirection tactic? What do you mean? I just want to free Maya. Steer the court towards an unrelated topic on Lolos, all into this misguided. Mi mierda sanidad. Que hay juegos en que cuando no duermes pasan cosas malas. The case was closed when the crime took place. Also, someone killed him and took something from the inside the guitar? No, what was inside? The bright red guitar was the only thing that could have been in the case.
Objection!
Yo digo que el juez es sospechoso. So you tend to push your theory that the case was not empty. What was inside this case at the time of the murder? Oh. What was it? The radio? The Nika? What? The Nika Samurai's costume! What was that inside? Oh, 100% the Nika Samurais. But this, or this. Let me present it.
Take that!
Spare costume. They have two of the same costume? Let the witness open the guitar case to take out a costume. What insane point will there be to doing something like that? Is Andrew... I'm dozing off. I can wink if I try, but it's kind of awkward. Like I really have to try hard. I feel like I heard stories of idols practicing their winks so that they will look flawless while winking. I cannot. It actually it's quite hard. It's difficult. You couldn't leave anyone see you leave, could you, Miss Andrews? Do you have anything to support such a preposterous idea? Wait. Like this. It's hard. You know my strategy, speak first, think later. That could get you into a lot of trouble if you like speak without thinking. But I feel if you're like a good speaker, I think you can get like maybe you can bluff your way out if something happens.
Objection!
What was something of the defendants be in the victim's room and inside the guitar case? It was a spare costume, which makes sense then for Mr. Engar to also have said that he had the costume on during the time of the murder. In that case, the costume we were talking about was a spare one. That is what I'm saying. How do you explain the costume that was inside the guitar case? Alright. The victim, Mr. Korida, was the jamming ninja. Why will he secretly bring the Nickel Samurai spare costume with him? What could be the reason behind such a peculiar act?
Objection!
Edgeworth does not agree with Mia's strategy of think first and what was it? Speak first and think later. ¿Quién es la rubia? Es la manager de un actor. So it's because he had something afterwards. That's the thing, right? Dika Samurai is going to hold a special press conference. But what struck me as strange was that Mr. Engard himself said he had no idea he was supposed to be holding a press conference that night. Someone else was gonna go in his stead. This weird Dika summer costume was prepared for the very conference. Mr. Kurita was going to hold the press conference as the Nickel Samurai. Okay. Ella sí paga impuestos o aún está... Creo que debe pagar impuestos. Ya está trabajando. Es una profesional. Hace su trabajo. Sí. La revista que sabía que la niña de asuntos secretos mantenía contacto con alguien. ¿Cómo? I was going to dress up as a Nika Samurai and hold a conference. What he intended to reveal? Was it Agua Celeste? Juan Corrida posing as the Nika Samurai. If that's the case, it's not a confession, that's public disclosure. Ese es otro caso. ¿Cómo? I can see why your proves out what you do. Pardon me? Yes, just as you say, the press conference was set up by Juan. I was the one he asked to help set it up. And the person who prepared the second question for him, that was also me. Somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Huh. I wonder what is the secret. Para que veas, Miguel, hay de todo aquí. Yo no entendí bien el caso. ¿Los policías sabían que asuntos internos los tendría de cómo? There's something only Juan knew. I don't know what it is. I've been trying to protect Matt after all. Because that's her employer. Alright, from the moment si me daría querer hacerles me declaro. From the moment I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling that Matt was a murderer. Matt had to kill Juan no matter what. And he didn't have an alibi for what he was doing at the time of the murder. My thoughts were confirmed by the evidence, of course. The button and the knife. But I'm Matt's manager, so I felt that I had to protect him. Well, what do you say about the photo then? That's definitely not Matt. If the defense can't find no fault with this testimony, I'm ready to make a ruling. Okay, let's see. button on the knife. I'm just gonna press on everything. Just safe. Odio la moneda por culpa de la universidad de odio se elegí por culpa. ¿Cómo? ¿Qué pasó? Todo bien, Dro. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? I'm confused my methods of reasoning with your own. A motive, an opportunity to commit the crime, and finally decisive evidence. And if you think these three things through, the answer becomes quite clear. ¿Ando estresado nomás? ¿Cuándo se termina el semestre? Do you know why Juan chose that event and that hotel for the conference? Because that was when he could do the most damage to the public's beloved and guard. He showed me to prove that he didn't know about the press conference. Hola, Carl, ¿cómo estás? Ya tengo mucho sueño. Creo que voy a tomar, no sé si cuántos directos, pero probablemente tome un break. Siento que necesito como dormir. La verdad necesito vacaciones del trabajo, pero como mi jefe no está, la verdad no sé cuántos días me vayan a aprobar, pero pienso pedir unos días de vacaciones. Necesito dormir. No he dormido lo suficiente y no me ha dado chance de recuperar. Mirito, pero no, me tomé toda una bebida energética para que no me diera tanto sueño en el directo y me dio sueño, como después de 40 minutos. The person on trial right now is Mr. Guard. Okay. For this one? Sí. No tomo mucho alcohol, pero cuando tomo alcohol me da sueño. The fingerprints on the knife could very well be a clever camouflage. Then what about the button? During the fight, the killer ripped the bottom from the jamming ninja's costume. The bottom was found in the pleats of Matt's hakama, isn't that correct? You were outfoxed? Thank goodness Mia can still look at me with a nice stare. No, yo no tomo mucho. No me gusta el sabor amargo. What is written in the autopsy report? Wait, let's see. Autopsy 1. Strangled with a scarf, then stabbed with a knife. So, is it they couldn't have fought? Is that the argument? Mire, no estás consciente y sigues empeñado en mostrar al mundo lo que puedes hacer. Ya el caso está perdido. ¿Puedes descansar? ¿Cómo? Clear states that the cause of death was strangulation by a scarf. The knife stabbed to the victim was done after the victim's death. It was ripped off the costume when after the knife was stabbed. It is possible that the button was turned off during the victim's final struggle because the victim was strangled to death. This button was consciously pulled off of the victim's already dead body. They planted evidence, fake evidence. ¿No entendió la referencia? No sé qué es. ¿Referencia de qué? Did the crime. You're right. What purpose? You now know this button was not turned off during the fight. Does this mean you know what the murderer wanted to do with this button? Right, to pin the crime. ¿Naruto? ¿Qué parte de Naruto? Yo dejé de leer Naruto después de la muerte de cierto personaje. No lo diré, porque son spoilers. Pero es que no me acuerdo nada del contenido. Yo lo vi en manga, no en anime, y lo leí en inglés. The steering guard was set up by the real killer. The real murderer is, well, the one we said earlier, right? There's no one else. It has to be her. I choose you! Are we playing Pokemon now? Any evidence? All of the evidence points to Miss Andrews. We said this. We stated this in the beginning of the... before she was even here. What about this knife? The knife was used to stab the victim after he had already been strangled to death. It was used to throw suspicion onto Mr. Engard naturally. The only one who had dinner with him and knew which knife to take was you. Oh. How many glasses does she have? She must carry like 20 spare glasses with her. At the bottom that was found in Matt's Hakama. This button was removed from the victim's bodies after he had already died. The only people who could have done so were the person who found his body or the killer. Here we go, third pair of glasses. The only person who could have put this button who this person who went away came from his nap. That is also another piece of evidence that incriminates Miss Andrews. That costume was used to hide the real killer's identity as they fled the crime scene. And that person is you. Why does she look like we're bullying her? When Miss Andrews' fingerprints were nowhere to be found, she wore gloves? That's because she did not intend on leaving any prints. If anyone had found out that she had touched the case, they would have asked her why. Okay. But the glass of tomato juice is a different story. Miss Andrews purposefully left her fingerprints in the glass to show that yes, indeed, she was the classic discoverer of a dead body. Fourth pair of glasses. We will reach number 5. She's kind of... Why does she look like we're bullying her? We didn't do anything wrong. Miss Andrews? I I refuse to testify. What was that? There's a law. It says I can't be forced to testify about something if it can incriminate me. Okay. You're absolutely correct. The law does provide us with a way to avoid self-incrimination by allowing a witness to not testify if the testimony can cause damage to themselves. Escapa de ahí, yo te cubro. Parece que le estamos haciendo algo malo. No hicimos nada. Solo estábamos diciendo la verdad. Agent Andrews. Yes. Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood? Did Von Karma teach her to say that when she's like in a bad spot? Like plead the fifth? She must have told Miss Andrews to not testify if things look bad. Right. Why is so humorous, Mr. Edgeworth? Andrews is not the killer? Well, who's the killer then? Well, there's no one else that's that short, right? You have yet to provide a single piece of definitive proof. There's so many characters in here. The killer. I believe this may lead to me incriminating myself, so I will abstain from answering. There's nothing to prove it either way. Okay, we're in the worst possible situation. In this situation, there's only one thing the court can do, and that is to declare a recess. I know, Maya! ¿Cómo va a ser la killer? No ve sus ojitos, no se atrevería a hacerle daño. Ah, bueno. Ya me dijeron que no es ella. ¿Por qué juego votaste para que juegues el miércoles? ¿Yo fui el culpable? Miguel tomará la culpa aunque no... Aunque Andrew sea la que hizo el crimen. Miguel va a cubrir por ella. ¿Te parecen los juegos tipo supervivencia y construcción? Me encantan. Mi juego favorito es Terraria. Pero es que yo me quedo solo en la base, creando la base. Y la verdad es que no salgo mucho a explorar. Bueno, en Terraria sí. En Minecraft depende. Es que en Terraria sí tienen jefes. Y normalmente no peleo con los jefes en Terraria. Porque siempre juego con otras personas. Que era el problema que tenía en Minecraft. Que no podía hacer nada solo porque siempre las peleas las hacían mis amigos. Rikain is getting one more day to live, isn't he? That's not it. This isn't about that. I know you know who the real killer is. If I don't get the verdict, then Maya. Well, Edgeworth doesn't know.
Objection!
Oh. It's true that Miss Andrews holds the right against self-incrimination. However, the topic of conversation were something unrelated to whatever she may be guilty of, then she has no right to withhold testimony. Oh, Edgeworth is so sweet. Is he helping? Miss Andrews, when you found the victim's dead body, you poured yourself a glass of juice. I can't help but think how natural... Right, it's the same thing I was thinking. Usually when one finds a body, they're shaken up, not stirring a glass of juice. Right. Your Honor, I would like to request that the witness testify again. Whatever we find out in this testimony should in no way implicate the witness. Right. So she can speak. Llevo de por Nier o Hollow Knight. Creo que voy a jugar Nier. Creo que ese era el que más vi entre las personas que hablan español. Y también voté por Nier, aunque no me di cuenta que estaba Hollow. Ojalá... Ah, ¿Hollow Knight? Será divertido verseles quedándose caifa. ¿Qué? I don't know what it is about Edgeworth today, but I can't get a good read off of him. I think he's trying to help us. The court acknowledges the prosecution's request. Miss Andrews, if you please. Yo votaré por The Forest. The Forest. No creo que me dé coraje jugar The Forest sola. Ese sí tiene monstruos feos. Ese lo jugué una vez con amigos y nunca más lo volví a jugar. También porque me dio una náusea increíble al inicio del juego. Tuve que bajarle toda la sensibilidad. The glass of juice, I didn't really pour it for myself. I was surprised when I walked into the room and saw it in that messy state. And Juan, he was sitting slumped over and tired looking in the corner. I thought he had just fainted or something, so I went to pour him some juice. Okay, that makes more sense. Please be careful here if you can find anything wrong. Okay, that cannot be right because in the photo he was looking like towards the door. Is it? Let's present the crime scene photo. Right, there's no way she didn't see he was bleeding. Stabbed. Yo quería votar por Dead Space, el bonito juego de disparos que estaba seguro que hacer eso. No sé sobre eso. Honestly, didn't think he was that when you found him. No, this is what you saw when you discovered the body. No, Dead Space creo que no lo tengo. There's a knife sticking out of Mr. Kurida's chest. Anyone who saw this scene would have immediately thought that there was a dead man. And not a single person in the world will mistake this for someone who fainted. Your testament is now it was all one giant lie. And your lie has proven one thing very clearly, that you're the real killer. No. The defendant, Mr. Madengard, is not guilty after all. It wasn't me, I tell you. Who was it then? And your reason for not doing so was that you might end up incriminating yourself. I refuse to testify. Usually the real killer confesses his or her guilt. This is the first time someone hasn't. Your Honor, the prosecution feels that it will be premature to pass down. I feel like Edgeworth is kind of trying to help us, but at the time he wants to know the truth. So he might not help us fully. The reason is quite simple. The witness has yet to speak the absolute real truth. ¿Qué es el Callisto Protocol? Ala me mencionó eso también. Yo lo tengo porque creo que estaba gratis en Epic. En algún momento... No sé cuándo. As long as you protect yourself through your silence, Madengard will go free, and in his place, you will become the guilty party, right? I was told if I spoke, then it will be all over and Matt will never be declared guilty. Then you remember Phoenix Miss Andrews lives by gripping tightly onto the words of another. Don't say a word, no matter what happens. If you do, Matt and Guard will be acquitted. Miss Andrews undoubtedly believes in those words right now and is clinging onto them. Miss Andrews has to be the killer, right? All we have to do is to get Ari not guilty. That is my only priority. Está muy inspirado en Dead Space, pero no es tan bueno como en Dead Space. Parecido, pero no tan bueno. The court can't continue on like this, therefore I'd like to hear what you intend to do. Right, I suggest you think very carefully about this. Think about what this witness did and what she did not do. I don't know what's real, that's your mind. What are you talking about? What will you do? What kind of man are you? What kind of man are you? Forced to testify. Come on, you have to say the truth. Miss Andrews, I would like to know what you're really hiding. How dare you? You're trying to trick me. No, we're trying to help you. It's clear that the defense's theory is the truth. Desde Space, entonces ese ¿cómo? No. Ese no la tengo. I had hoped things wouldn't come to this, however. What you really need to do from here now is to press her in all of her okay. It falls off my shoulders to disclose this to the court. Does he know something? This witness, she has a deal this. That's what he shared with us. The true nature of the pitiful woman known as Adrian Andrews. If people find out you're going to say you will choose death, that is of no concern to me. Edgeworth. How can you say that? I will pull the truth from your still breathing lips. I'll talk, but please help me. Alright. Lo tienes ganas de un Souls-like. ¿Qué es un Souls-like? Yo tengo muchos juegos en Epic. No sé qué tengo en Epic. My crime. Okay, let's see. The truth. When I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted, honest. When I realized he was dead, that was when I formulated my plan. Once I made sure there was no one in the hallway, I made a dash back to Matt's room. And then I stabbed one's dead body with the knife and ripped off the bottom. Just when I finished and was returning to Matt's room, I had a bit of an inconvenience. That's why I ended up using the Nickel Samurai costume. What's the inconvenience? What? Why would you do that? A certain cowardly man. This is the truth. The real killer is Matt. That scumbag of a man. What? This is like... Did he have something to do with Celeste's case? So Miss Andrews stabbed the victim Juan Corrida in the chest with the knife. However, she didn't do it with murder in mind. She did it with the intent of framing Matt and guard. Someone else strangled him to death. Sí, Andrew lo dice, yo le creo. I mean, wasn't Miss Andrews supposed to be the real murderer? Okay. Es como Dark Souls. No me la sé. Yo solo juego... Bueno, antes solo jugaba Terraria, Stardew Valley, juegos de gacha. When I first saw him, I thought he had fainted. Okay. Oh, because he didn't have the knife on, yet. Are you telling the truth when you say that you did not know he was dead? He had a scarf tied around his neck. That's why I thought I'd wake him up and went to pour the juice. Okay. What is this plan you had? I knew right away. Oh, she's coming back in the third game? She's waifu material? Okay. Guess she does I kind of feel bad for her when she has like the tears on her, like in her eyes, about to fall off. I knew because Juan he was going to expose Matt's weak point, the word. That's when I thought I should forge some evidence and pin this crime on Matt. That was so you could get the knife. The knife Matt used that Dieter had his fingerprints all over it. I thought if I used that, then the police will certainly turn their eyes towards him. Because it kind of worked. And then I stabbed Juan's dead body with the knife and ripped off the button. Just when I finished and was returning to Matt's room, I had a bit of an inconvenience. That's why I ended up using the Nico Samurai costume. We were both taken by surprise still, I'm sorry. It's alright, Mia. When I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted. Wait. There was a woman with a camera at the ready, loitering in the hallway. Oh. There was also a woman with a ray gun. Oh, she's my favorite character. She's so funny. I hadn't really been caught. I made into a big scoop for a certain weekly tablet once. I couldn't very well go out looking like myself and get caught again. Alright, it's reasonable. You're the one who prepared that costume, weren't you? I also put it into Juan's guitar case the day before the award ceremony. Juan wanted to wear that costume and hold a press conference in it. Does she really not know the secret? Then people will think that Matt was the real murderer. I was very careful not to leave any fingerprints when I opened the guitar case. Wait, did we not press on everything? We pressed here, we pressed here. We pressed there. We press here? It makes me goosebumps to think about it now. Dicen que ella aparece nuevamente en el tercer juego, que es bien adorable. That's when I stabbed Juan's dead body. I suddenly realized something. If I used buttons somehow, I could make Matt look even more suspect. You know, I just think it's weird that she was able to stab, no matter if it was dead already. I don't think it's easy to stab even a dead body. So after that, you went back to Mr. Engard's room and planted the button into Matt's hakama. Yes. After that, I folded up the costume I was wearing and put it into a bag. Mr. Edgeworth, is it? The real criminal is Matt Engard. Yesterday, that woman prosecutor sat me down for a talk. She said that I should under no circumstances confess to what I had done. That if I just kept quiet, then Matt will be found guilty for sure. What this witness has done is clearly unlawful. However, as long as her testimony stands, we can be certain she's not the real killer. The defense still... No more. It's pointless. At this point in time, it is not possible to indict Miss Andrews on anything. Of course he will. Because the court cannot, like the trial cannot go on. Debería aparecer en todos los juegos. Y el tercero es el último de Phoenix Wright. You could establish that the witness was the culprit. Please let it go, Mr. Wright. But Mr. Edgeworth, please place Miss Andrews under arrest for further questioning. Okay. No. Mi corazón se hablando y estos fueron los juegos que voté de Forest Amnesia. ¿De qué estás hablando, Carl? Si esos son los únicos 3 juegos que pudiera jugar, solo jugaría Stardew Valley. Se los aseguro. Witness, would you mind if I ask you something? Where do you get the card from? Is it? Oh, this Mr. Wright also asked about this. Looks like a shell, a seashell thing. But I didn't remember at the time you asked me about it, mister. I remember just now. I found this in the room on that day. I found this card when I discovered Juan's body. It was lying there right next to him. Oh, Shelly! That's why it's the shell. I suppose I must have unconsciously slipped it into my pocket, but it's not as if this card has any relevance to Juan's murder. Give it to me. Give it to him. Why did he go crazy? I can't believe you hid this from me all this time. Well, she was not hiding it from you. She was spinning it all this time. I've never seen Edgeworth so emotional before. Is he like a criminal he's chasing after? A serial killer? Oh. Alright, I guess I'm ending the stream here. I think it's a good moment. So I can finish up what I have to do today. And go to sleep. I'm very sleepy. I don't know why. Alright, I'm gonna go. Before I get sleepy again. Thanks for the help. And thanks for coming to the stream. ¿Qué pasó después? Ya está acá. Me iré a dormir. 3-1 investigation and 3-2 investigation and 4. What's gonna be at least 2 streams more than. Maybe 3. I think 2. ¿Qué tal está? La verdad, yo lo quería jugar. La verdad está muy... Yo lo vi interesante. No parecía un gacha así como los otros. Pero no me dio tiempo jugarlo bien. Así que no sabría decirte. No pasé ni el tutorial. Es que decía todos los días, hoy sí jugaré un poco y nunca me dio chance. Pero se veía interesante hasta donde lo logré jugar. 2 more streams. I think so. Alright, thanks for the help. Have a good day or night. See you again next time. Gracias por venir. Cuídense. Descansen. Nos vemos. Adiós. Bye bye.